Hi, I'm Lou Ann Hunt, and this is your December edition of Lynchburg 360. They were a part of downtown long before it was even cool to be downtown. In fact, the folks at Renaissance Theater have been entertaining audiences for more than 25 years, and they're still going strong. And for this holiday season, they're working on a special adaptation of a well-known Christmas tale. Steve Smallshaw stopped in recently to learn more about the theater, the cast, and their performance of The Homecoming.
Renaissance Theater's been in operation close to 30 years now, and we're the first community theater group in downtown Lynchburg. We've had various homes throughout the Lynchburg area, but we're downtown. We've been in downtown for quite some time now, and we plan to stay. So we're a community theater, 501c3. One of the things that makes Renaissance unique, I think, is everyone's a volunteer. No one's paid for anything. So, we're all doing it for the love of the art. So,
okay. Why downtown?
Well, I mean, downtown Lynchburg is the place to be now. You know, it's very exciting, and we were downtown before there was a downtown. So we feel like we've been here since the beginning, and we're just real excited to be a part of this. And of course, our name is Renaissance, so we just think it's part of the Renaissance downtown area. So we're real excited about that.
Exactly. So tell me, who comes out for these plays? You obviously are the director, and
Right.
Other folks come in and audition for the parts and then put things on.
It's people who have the love of theater. They love to perform. They love the camaraderie, and so they're here for various reasons. They just like to get together, and probably a lot of hands involved in that kind of thing. But it's just a lot of fun to bring it from the script, the reading part, to bring it to life on the stage. And so we have everybody from every walk of life. We've got professionals, we've got students, we've got you name it. We've got every age, every socioeconomic background. We've got them here. So it's a real unique tapestry of people.
And it being a volunteer company, there's really almost no pressure, I guess. You come in and if you get a part, great.
Well, I'm the director, so trust me, there's pressure. But anyway, no, there really isn't. Yeah. Because I know when I direct, I like to make sure everyone has a good time. That's what it's all about for me. I want everyone to have a really good experience. We want to do the very best performance we can and most professional performance that we can do, but I want everyone to have a good time. We all have other areas of our life, and I have a number of, I've been involved in theater a long, long time, and I've had people ask me, why would you devote 6 to 8 weeks of your life to one production? And I jokingly say it's cheaper than a therapist, but it really is therapy. It's really great. And like I said, the tapestry of people and the camaraderie is fantastic. Wonderful people.
What's the level of the talent pool here in Lynchburg and the surrounding area?
I am always amazed. Like I said, I've been involved in theater for a long, long time. I'm a native of Bedford and was one of the founding members of the theater group out there, and I live here in Lynchburg. I consider Lynchburg my home, and here I'm always amazed. I'm amazed at the amount of talent that we have and people that, it's a relatively small area when it comes to the arts, and you think you know everybody, but we've never had a problem finding someone to take a role. They're always there, so it's pretty exciting.
About how many shows a year do you do?
Here at Renaissance, we do 4 a year. Okay. And we try to do a musical, and we try to do some comedies, and we try to throw maybe a mystery or a drama in there as well. We try to do something for everyone, but when we've polled our patrons and asked them what they want to see, invariably they want to see musicals and comedies. And so I think people look at the theater as a place to kind of escape a little bit. They want to be entertained. And so we want to entertain them, because we do it to please the patrons as well as ourselves, but right. Absolutely.
But The Homecoming is neither a musical nor a comedy.
It's not. I'm not really sure what you call it. I think I just call it a heartwarming story, and it's near and dear to my heart personally, because obviously we have connections here. It was written by Earl Hamner Jr., the late Earl Hamner Jr. We just lost him, and his sister, who lives in Bedford County, is Audrey Hamner, the real life. I think she's the real life Erin. She's a friend of mine, and has been to a number of performances and productions that I've done. This is the second time I've directed this production. It's the first time here at Renaissance. So it's just a great story. It's a heartwarming holiday story. It will definitely get you in the holiday spirit, I think. And I always enjoy working with younger folks, and it's got a lot of children in this, and I enjoy that a lot. My father always said when he was living, he said, children will either kill you or keep you young. I'm hoping they're going to keep me young.
Well, knowing Audrey and having spoken with Earl Hamner before, and this story has been told in so many different ways over the years, do you feel, is there any other extra pressure, I guess, to sort of maybe not meet those standards, but kind of put your own stamp on it?
Well, I try to do that with everything I direct. I kind of put my own signature on it, and it's not really pressure, but it's I have a certain vision for the show, and the cast that I've got have been phenomenal about bringing that to life for me.
Does your approach change with, I guess, the talent that you're working with? Maybe you have a way of wanting to do something at first, but then when you see who you've got, you have to sort of adapt a little bit.
Definitely. When I read a script and I direct by vision, by pictures, I see what I want to see. But you do have to tweak it a little bit and have to change it a little bit. And I think that's extremely important in directing a production. You have to meet everybody where they are. You want to stretch them too. You want to raise the bar and keep it as high as possible. But definitely, you have to tweak it a little bit and make some changes and that kind of thing.
What do you hope folks get out of this performance?
I just hope they leave here with a feeling of no matter what, love and family conquers it all. So, and that's what I want them to. That's what I want them to take away. Because I like for the audience to take away something. I can tell you, I think the cast is going to take that away. They give me some real positive comments about what they're learning and how they enjoy it. Because we have a lot of novices in this production, and I always enjoy that as well. It makes my job a little harder sometimes, but this has been truly a labor of love. I've really enjoyed this a lot. So.
This is almost the perfect show for this kind of intimate setting too, as well.
Definitely, and I serve on the board of directors here at Renaissance, and when we look at shows that we're going to do and things that we're going to produce, we have to be cognizant of the fact that we do have a very small stage. So we can't do big blockbuster musicals, but we can do almost big blockbuster musicals. So some of the things we've done here, I'm amazed that we've been able to pull it off and pull it off well, if I do say so.
And as you said, you were cool before downtown was cool.
Exactly. And now we're really cool because it's fantastic. We just absolutely love being a part of downtown Lynchburg, and I personally just love being a part of Lynchburg, so it's great.
How do you see yourself fitting into the downtown, I guess, a really burgeoning downtown art scene now?
Well, what we've talked about as board leadership, one of the things we've talked about is partnering with some of the restaurants to let them know that we're down here, and the sky's the limit. We want to think outside of the box and just say, placards on your table, we're here, you're here, let's be here together. Yeah.
And having the academy down the street, it's not competition. It's just it adds to it, I guess.
We don't look at it as competition. We look at, and with Lynchburg College, we have a lot of connection with Lynchburg College. We don't look at that as competition. Randolph, we don't look at it as competition because we borrow costumes. A number of the costumes and props you see on stage in this production, we borrowed from Lynchburg College and that kind of thing. So we just look at it as more of a partnership. There's room for everybody. Yeah, theater's kind of like Jell-O. There's always room for more.
Chances are you are either hosting or attending a holiday get-together this month. And chances are you're responsible for providing some or all of the food for the guests. But in between shopping, wrapping, and everything else, there's usually no time to put together a fancy meal. But good news, the folks at the Culinary School at Central Virginia Community College are here to help.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Dominic Lawney. I am the program coordinator here at Central Virginia Community College. And on our campus, we have a culinary program that we have had for about 7 years. Our program is designed to help students in the program receive a 2-year degree, a 1-year certificate, in order to get a job afterwards. We are a career technical education program in our culinary arts program. One of my students, graduating students, Anna Martin, is going to help us today. And today what we're going to do is we're going to feature some healthy cooking meals for you, the public. And the goal here is to show you the preparation of healthy food, and also at the same time that it really doesn't take real long to do. We're going to make 3 separate items using the same similar ingredients, the same preparation method, and it's going to be 3 completely different items to eat. And in our world, we have a term that's called mise en place. Mise en place is French for putting everything in place, meaning getting yourself ready with all your ingredients and then starting the process of constructing the meal. And so we have here today, if you notice, we have constructed a planned mise en place for the items we're going to make. If you notice here in the center, we have 3 different types of noodles that we are going to lightly saute on the stovetop. Anna's going to kind of get started with that. And so we have a sweet potato noodle, we have a butter squash noodle, and we have a beet noodle. What we're going to prepare today is we're going to prepare 3 entree items, and actually it's 4 entree items, but 2 of the 4 are the same item. It's a fish item. And so we're going to go ahead and show you the process of that. Here in this bag, this nice yellow colored bag, is chicken that we've marinated in butternut squash puree. The next item is that we have pork tenderloin. Pork tenderloin, awesome product. Very easy to cook, cooks very quickly, and it's very, very tender. Very inexpensive at the grocery store. Sometimes you can catch it on sale. Certainly chicken is inexpensive as well. So we've got a pork tenderloin marinating in a barbecue type of marinade. And then our final items is that we're going to have 2 fish items. We have a mahi-mahi fish, and we also have salmon, North Atlantic salmon, that we're going to grill as well. When you cook, you can actually have a lot of fun creating flavors. And so one way to enhance flavor is when you marinate the cold meats that you're going to be presenting. So we marinated our meats to add some additional flavor, but I am going to also season. So with these items, I'm going to use the same seasonings just to keep it simple for today. We're going to use Old Bay seasoning. Just take some Old Bay, and with your fingers, just kind of move your fingers around and just give about a pinch to a pinch and a half. I'm going to do about a pinch to a pinch and a half for each fish, okay? And so now we have some dill weed. Dill weed is an excellent item to use for seafood. So we're just going to do a little sprinkle of dill weed on each one. Just on the top, don't have to do much more.
So we are going to cook our fish skin side down, and the only reason why you do that is because if not, it'll end up sticking to your grill and then it'll end up burning.
Now, while this cooking process occurs, you're going to give approximately 7 to 9 minutes of cooking time on each side. Anna is peeling her onion right now, and she's going to dice up at 1 solid onion for all 3 of the noodles. So if you were doing this recipe at home, you would take a half of an onion and dice it up. Okay, and I'm ready for your onions when you are.
I'm ready for onions.
Take a third in there. Third in here. Now again, understand that we are doing 3 recipes at one time. You will not do that at home initially, but I want to show you how simple it is because again, all 3 items have the same ingredients. Thank you. Okay, so we got our onions going here, and we're just now going to lightly saute. We are now going to talk about a few other items we're going to add. With the beet noodles, we're going to add a couple items separate from the others. Mainly, we're just going to have the garlic and the onions for the chicken and for the fish. But for the beet noodles, we're going to include a pepper. This is called a peppadew. I'll put it in my hand for you so you can see it. This is a pepper out of South Africa. It is a very sweet but a tangy pepper. It has a little bit of heat in it, but very mild compared to like a jalapeno pepper. And it's very sweet to the taste. So what we're going to do is we're going to add to our pork some sweetness with the beet noodles. We're going to add some nuttiness with pecans that are chopped up. And then we're going to add some additional fruity sweetness with chopped up cranberries. Once you start to see your pan get brown, you then want to go ahead and add your garlic. And I think we're ready now for the beet noodles. Let's take those first. We'll put them in this one. So what we're looking for here is about, again, another 7 to 9 minutes while our meat is staying warm. 7 to 9 minutes of a saute. And what we want to do is to go with a medium to a medium-low temperature now. So I'm taking now some dried cranberries, and we're going to go ahead and just give it a quick chop. Again, if you notice, my knuckles are all facing the blade so that I don't accidentally put my fingers out and cut myself. So I have my knuckles up, and I add a little bit of a chop to it. Okay? And then that chop along with the peppadews, will be added to our beet noodles. Last thing that's going to go in the beet noodles is chopped pecans. So I'm going to take these pecans and I'm going to chop them down. Different from using a knife, all I'm going to do is just take my palm of my hand and press down on the pecans, just to give them a chop, okay? You can take out your frustration from a working day with a hammer if you want to bang it a little bit, but I choose not to. I don't want to really chop them up too fine, and I don't think it's necessary to really use a knife, okay? As always, we want to garnish, but we also want to season. So even beet noodles, even squash noodles, and even sweet potato noodles, I want to give it a little bit of blast. So I'm going to use Himalayan salt, which I'd like to talk about. I'm just going to do a pinch of Himalayan salt, just for added flavor. And so the last thing we want to do is we want to add fresh baby spinach. Fresh baby spinach to these items adds iron, it adds magnesium, and it adds levels of nutrients that you can really explode your body with a feeling of euphoria, and kind of helps you when it comes to when you do a good workout or you want to go out and take a walk. Spinach is one of those items that you can get. Okay, so the final step in this great meal that we've just prepared in about 15 to 16 minutes is getting it all plated up. So we've got here 4 animal protein items. We took our chicken breast, our pork tenderloin, our mahi-mahi, and our salmon, North Atlantic salmon, okay? And now we're going to just plate it up. And we're going to lay this out to show you 3 really nicely prepared meals that we did in under 20 minutes using 3 or 4 meat items and a lot of vegetables. So, we're pretty much done for our first cooking class here. Hope you've enjoyed it. We look forward to having you again. Again, we're here at Central Virginia Community College, available for you for cooking classes for credit if you wanted to take classes with us here on campus, or we also offer non-credit healthy cooking classes to the community. Please give us a call, 832-7700. Ask for myself, Dominic. You can ask for Anna. She's here all the time too. And we look forward to cooking with you again in the future. Thanks.
If you're one of the thousands of people who use Lynchburg's bus system to get around, you know it can be frustrating waiting at a bus stop, wondering when your bus is going to arrive. GLTC has solved that with a simple app you can load on your smartphone and know exactly where your bus is at any time of the day. Kevin Lacey with GLTC explains how it works.
Hi, I'm Kevin Lacey with Greater Lynchburg Transit Company. I'm here to walk you through the process on how to download your Ride System app on your smartphone today. First, what we're going to do is go into the address field and we're going to type mybus.gltconline.com. Once you've gotten there, you will hit your arrow button and that will bring up our app. Once you've typed that in, you will actually see a map of Lynchburg, Virginia. And what you're seeing right now is a live action of our buses moving throughout the city. To my left is our routes. Here you can go into a Pacific route and click on it, and this will actually show you where the 1A would be and its route throughout the city. If there are other routes that you want to look at, you can just click on those routes at that time. If you just want to look at the whole city, you can just click off and all our buses will show up at this point. If you can see, there is a bus right here actually moving. If you want to know what that bus is, just click on it. And it tells me it's the bus 1B. It also would let me know what time the next bus will get to a Pacific area. For example, if you like to know where the 1A is, click on the 1A, look for the moving arrow or a round circle with a box in. That's just indicating the bus is stopped at this point. When the arrow appears, it's moving. If you click on the circle, it'll actually tell you when the next time point stop is, and that would be Tri-Tech. It is due at Tri-Tech at 2:28 p.m. and then 7th and Main at 2:30 p.m. And this will be your bus number and the route. Also, if you want details of the route, just hit detail. This will give you time points throughout the route, which will start from Transfer Center on from 16th and Grace to Tri-Tech stop and on throughout its regular route and back to the Transfer Center. And for those who have smartphones, I'm going to show you how to download Ride System. For Android use and iPhones, basically you would need to go into your Play Store and pull up Ride System. Hit Play Store, type in Ride System. And actually, before I finish typing everything, you can actually see that it came up, and all you have to do is click on it. Once it come up, hit Ride Systems. Click on it, and then hit Install. Little item just came up, says Complete Account Setup. That's normal with iPhones. Just hit Continue. And the system is searching. You will see a couple of items pop up. Add credit card, use Sprint billing, or PayPal. Just skip all this. Hit Skip. And then Accept. It's going to download at this time. It's installing now. And all you have to do is hit Open. And we have Ride System. So at this time, where it says Find Your Agency, just type in GLTC. And there she is. And GLTC map comes up with routes to the left of it. At this time, if you just want to do an overlook, just hit your X button. And you can actually see where our buses are in the city of Lynchburg, Virginia. And if you want to go back and look at a Pacific route, just come over here where it says Routes. And you can scroll through this. And if, for example, if you want to hit the 4A or see the 4A, just hit 4A. Make sure you exit again, and it will show you where the 4A is in the route. And like we showed you on the computer, if you need more information, hit the arrow, and we'll show you that this is the 4A, bus 1203, and its next stop time point will be River Ridge Mall, 2:43 p.m. And then it would actually go to CVC campus. You do have some other functions here. If you need to zoom a little harder, all you have to do is hit your plus arrow, and you can zoom into the bus a little closer and actually see exactly where it is in the city. So right now it's coming down Wards Road near Paramount Avenue. If you have any questions, give us a call at GLTC. And remember, we're here to get you there.
When you're out shopping downtown during the month of December, just remember you get 2 free hours of parking at any city-owned lot. That's going to wrap it up for this edition of Lynchburg 360. Remember, during this hectic holiday season, to give yourself the gift of time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the season.